everyone, this is Cynthia, psychic and astrologer. So this is going to be the February 2023 monthly horoscope for all signs. So let's get started. Aries. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects. So the next 2 weeks could bring about a time for you to find love or fall in love. Maybe you tell someone that you love them. It's also going to be a very positive social time for you. And this could be a great time to go to concerts, meet new people, maybe attend events, weddings, parties, and just being open to, like I said, building new connections. But it's definitely going to be a great social time for you. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your 12th house of secrets and solitude. Now, what's interesting is that Venus connects very well with Pluto during this time. So, this could bring about a time of financial transactions, maybe private or personal agreements, like I said, financial agreements, but privately behind the scenes. There could be maybe whether it's related to others, a job, a career, maybe it's in regards to financial, like loans, credit cards, taxes. So this is actually going to be a great new moon to really keep an eye out for. It also connects very well with Saturn and Mars. And I think this is actually going to be a very positive time for you when it comes to opportunities that could bring about long term results. Now, Venus is actually going to be connecting very well with your sign, especially since it will enter your sign on February 20th. So the next 4 weeks is about you and your personal wants and needs, but this is also a time of focusing on what how you present yourself to others. So this could actually be a very good time of connecting with others, how you perceive yourself. You're going to even maybe focus on your appearance, whether it's hairstyles, maybe trying new clothes, buying new clothes, maybe getting a new haircut. So the next 4 weeks after February 20th, it's going to be more about you, what you want to perceive for yourself. Maybe this is a time where you're just trying something new that'll benefit you for once. So it should be a really good time. Now, for love and relationships, positive days for you to keep an eye out for are February 4th, February 8th, February 15th. So, those are going to be very interesting days for love and relationships. Now, career, keep an eye on February 10th and February 17th. It could be a positive day of opportunities, new jobs, maybe finding new ways to make more money. Now, if you're wondering about Valentine's Day, the moon will actually be in your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places. If you are with someone, maybe you guys decide to take a trip together or plan a trip together. If you're not, this could actually even bring about a time of someone that you connect with long distance or that just doesn't live near you. Now, it's actually even going to be a time where maybe you don't really care for Valentine's Day, so this could bring about a time of you doing some studying, some research. Maybe if you're going to school, maybe you're just more focused on studying and getting homework done versus love and relationships. You might just look at it as it's just another day. But it's a very studious time for you if you really want to just, do some research. Overall, the month is actually going to be very productive, especially once the new moon comes about. A lot of energy, a lot of activity. The sun will enter also your 12th house of secrets and solitude on February 18th. So this could be a time of just resting, relaxing, maybe taking a vacation and getting out. But it's definitely going to be a time to just focus on you and what you want to do next. Taurus. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your fourth house of home. So the next 2 weeks could bring a time for you to relocate, renovate, or make changes around the home. You could just simply decide to purchase home furniture or home accessories, and maybe this is just a time to spruce up around the home. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations. Now, the next 2 weeks, it's a very positive social time for you. So, this could be a time of meeting new people, connecting with new people, attending events or parties, maybe going out and doing a party or event yourself. Now, it does seem to be a very positive time to connect with people, especially if you're dealing with clients, customers. Um, this kind of reminds me of like people who deal with realtors. And so maybe you're putting together an event to connect with maybe building a new clientele. But it's also a very positive financial time. So maybe the financial connection could be related to maybe you go to a group conference session that could help you maybe pursuing a specific business venture. So it's definitely going to be a very active time for you, very social time for you, and a great time to meet new people. Now, positive social days for you are February 4th, February 8th, and February 10th. Positive financial days for you, um, February 16th, February 22nd, and February 27th. So you definitely want to keep an eye on those days as they could benefit you financially. Now, Venus is actually going to be entering your 12th house of secrets and solitude on February 20th. So the next 4 weeks could bring about a time of keeping feelings and emotions to yourself. This could bring about a difficult time, especially if you're in need to have to express something to someone. Maybe you're keeping secrets, not saying that's going to happen, but this could be a feeling of holding back. Now, holding back could be sometimes for a positive. Maybe you don't want to tell someone how you really feel about them because you believe it'll hurt their feelings. Then again, maybe you need to tell someone how you're feeling if it's going to affect a relationship. Now, this could also bring about a time of keeping secrets because for whatever reason, good, bad, I don't know. But this could actually bring about a time of also being very compassionate, very giving, giving more of your time and energy, maybe to fix a relationship, maybe to be more compromising and understanding to others. So, this could actually be a very, very beneficial time for you that could help in connection to others, whether it's in relationships, friendships, or just in connections with others. Now, the sun will be entering your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations on February 18th. So, again, with the new moon, um, that comes on February 19th. It's a great social time for you that can be very beneficial for the long term. Now, when it comes down to Valentine's Day, um, the moon will actually be in your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. So your focus may be more about doing your taxes than going out on a date on Valentine's Day. This could also even be a time that if you do have someone, that this could just be a time of maybe discussing about finances, maybe focusing on agreements. Now, on a romantic level, this could be about the future of the relationship, especially if it involves moving in together, planning a future together, maybe what the next step could be between the two of you. But overall, the energy should be looking very positive and very good, just the overall energy itself. The month alone can have its positives and negatives. The only maybe negative I would say is to keep an eye around February 3rd and February 21st, as you may run into some disruptions, whether the disruptions are relating with electrical items, vehicles, maybe disruptions could be just routine or schedule changes, last minute changes, maybe a change in schedules, that you were relying on, and maybe now you have to change things around. You may like it, you may like the unexpected, but you may be also not liking it because you don't want to deal with change. So there's definitely going to be a lot of activity going on there for you. Um, like I said, Valentine's Day might be more focused on financial obligations than with love and relationships. But overall, it's going to be a very social time for you, especially towards the end of February. Gemini. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors. Now, the next 2 weeks could easily bring about a time for you to take quick short trips out of town or someplace nearby. You may have to replace or repair a vehicle, a computer, a cell phone, or telephone. It's a very social time for you, and you may also just be seeing an increase of emails, text messages, and phone calls with family and friends. Now, the new moon on February 19th falls in your career house. Now, the sun also enters your career house on February 18th. So the new moon is for 2 weeks, but the sun is in your career house for 4 weeks. So this could actually bring about a promotion, advancement, an opportunity to make more money. Venus and Pluto connect very well during this time, and the moon also connects very well with Saturn. So, this could actually bring about long term opportunities and long term financial results. Now, Venus will also be entering your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations on February 20th. So, it's a very social time for you. Maybe a friend turns into a lover, or a lover acts more like a friend. But this could also just be a great time to connect with family and friends. Now, positive social days for you are February 4th, February 8th, and February 17th. Career dates you want to keep an eye out for are February 8th, February 15th, obviously the new moon for February 19th, and February 27th. So those are days that I think are going to be very positive financially for you. Opportunities that could bring you more money. Um, if you are someone that cares about Valentine's Day, this is actually going to be a very positive time for you because it could easily relate with a partner, whether it's someone you meet, a current partner, maybe it's a business partner. So I'm not sure exactly in what way this will help you or affect you. If it's on a personal level, maybe you could meet somebody that could be your long term partner. Maybe you get engaged, maybe you get married, maybe you and a current partner decide to just, enjoy the day together. On a professional level, maybe this is a business partner, a joint partnership. Maybe you're just doing a financial transaction with partners. Now, partnerships could also just be maybe with other companies, maybe a person, maybe investors, developers, anybody else that any kind of transactions, agreements that could really be beneficial for you. So it could also just go about in that way, or it could just be another day for you that comes and goes. But it's definitely going to be a great social time for you, especially early part of February. And then your career takes over in the second half of February. So there's definitely going to be a lot going on, but keep an eye that with that new moon and the sun in your career house could easily be very positive and beneficial for you financially. Cancer. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your second house of earned income. Now, the next 2 weeks could bring about a time of changes in your income. This could bring about a new change in your job. Maybe you leave one job to start another job. There could be maybe the possibilities of losing a job, but then easily gaining another job pretty quickly within the next 2 weeks. Now, this could also bring about schedule changes, routine changes in your current job. So expect the unexpected, but there could easily be great financial opportunities for you. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places. Now, the next 2 weeks could bring about a time of travel, long distance, maybe others from afar come to visit you. Now, this could be a very positive financial time for you, and this could also indicate maybe taking classes and courses to further your career. This could also bring about a time to enter college or university, obviously, to pursue a career venture or career path. But overall, the next 2 weeks are going to be a positive time for you that could easily benefit you financially. Now, the sun will also enter your ninth house, so you want to keep an eye the next 4 weeks and opportunities that come about there for you. Positive social days for you are February 4th, February 8th, and February 10th. These are all positive days of opportunities and that could bring about great connections. Financial days for you that are positive are February 16th and February 17th. Now, obviously, like I was telling you with the new moon, that could be very positive for you, and this could bring about great opportunities there. So, you want to definitely keep an eye the last couple of weeks of the month. Now, Venus will enter your career house on a February 20th. So, the next 4 weeks, it brings about a time of opportunity. You'll receive praise and recognition for your hard work. If you happen to be wondering about Valentine's Day, it's actually going to be a time where maybe you may be focusing on taking care of tasks and projects, maybe work or home related projects, versus focusing on love and relationships and being romantic. But overall, it's a great time to focus on finances, the work situation, especially after the full moon on February 5th that could bring about changes in your career. Leo. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your own sign and house. Yes, it's all about you and your personal wants and needs. But it's interesting because Uranus is going to be squaring off this full moon. Now, Uranus is currently in your career house. Maybe this is an indication of a job change, career change, maybe taking on a new kind of career path, or maybe even being open to different types of ventures, side ventures. Not necessarily saying that you're leaving your current job, but maybe being open to something off to the side to make money on the side. So keep an eye on the next 2 weeks because it's definitely going to be quite significant for you. And this could bring about great opportunities for the long term. Now, there could also just be changes in work, your work environment, maybe being open to different types of opportunities there for yourself, or just being open to doing something new for once. The new moon on February 19th will fall in your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. Now, the sun has also just entered your eighth house. So, this could actually bring about 2 weeks to focus on like taxes, credit, loans, inheritance, settlements, joint assets, joint resources. So, what's very significant is that Venus connects very well with Pluto and during this time and the moon connects very well with Saturn. So this could actually bring about great opportunities, long-term opportunities that could be very beneficial for you financially, whether it's with career, a side venture, some other opportunity connected with others. But you definitely want to keep an eye on the new moon. And then the sun is going to be in this eighth house for 4 weeks. You may be finding yourself dealing with taxes, doing your taxes, maybe taking care of some other types of financial obligations. Now, Venus actually enters your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people and places on February 20th. So, this could bring about 4 weeks of travel, maybe talking to people from long distance, maybe dealing with some legal issues relating with, um, whether it's divorces, maybe other types of legal issues, court related issues. But because Venus is in there, I feel if anything, it should be more positive. And with the new moon that you have connecting very well with Pluto, should actually be very beneficial for you. Now, positive financial days to keep an eye out for are February 8th, February 10th, February 15th, 16th, and 17th. Days that might create some disruptions at work are February 3rd and February 21st. Not necessarily something that I would consider something bad. It could also be routine changes, maybe a last minute schedule change. But overall, the energy is going to be very productive financially and with career. And this could easily be very beneficial for you. That could bring long term results. Virgo. So the full moon on February 5th falls in your 12th house of secrets and solitude. Expect the unexpected, especially with schedule changes, routine changes. Maybe some of these changes might be something you'll enjoy to do. Um, but the next 2 weeks could also bring a time for you to rest, relax, catch up on sleep, take a vacation, maybe focus on your own health and well being. This could also just bring about a time to focus on exercise. If you've been maybe taking on too much for yourself, maybe it's just a time for you to just rest. But it's definitely going to be a great time for you to maybe seek solitude, keep to yourself, and just focus on, what you feel you just need to take care of for the moment. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your partnership house. Now, the sun also has just entered your partnership house on February 18th. So the new moon lasts 2 weeks, but the sun in the same house lasts 4 weeks. So partnerships could be someone personal, a spouse, partner, lover. Maybe you meet someone new. On a professional level, it could be a client, customer, coworker, employee, maybe a joint venture, a business partnership. So the next 2 weeks are actually pretty positive there. Um, this could actually even bring about an indication of someone that you collaborate with that could help further your career, that could be very beneficial for you. Maybe this person helps you to get to a greater status for your career, for your own financial opportunities, like an investor. So the next 2 weeks, maybe even the next 4 weeks, could be a very beneficial time for you. So I'm not sure exactly what would be going on for you specifically, but this could actually be also a time of working with someone that is helping you financially, financial transactions. Um, it could be a mortgage broker, a lender. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they are personally related to you. They could just be working with you to help get that house, to help with a CPA, to take care of your taxes. So Venus is also going to be entering your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans on February 20th. So the next 4 weeks could bring a time where you gain possibly financially through other resources like tax refunds, credit cards, loans, gifts, inheritance, settlements. So this could actually bring about a very beneficial financial time for you. So you definitely want to keep an eye from the new moon on February 19th. I would even say from the sun on February 18th all the way till the first couple weeks of March. See what's going on for you during that time. Um, Career dates that I think you want to keep an eye out for are February 8th, February 16th, February 17th, and also February 22nd. Positive social days are February 8th and February 15th. Also, keep an eye on February 4th, seems to be looking pretty good. Now, if you happen to be wondering about Valentine's Day, um, it's going to be a time where you might be finding yourself focusing more on doing things at home, maybe staying at home. If you are with someone, maybe you cook dinner at home, maybe just lounge around the home and watch a movie versus going out there to an expensive restaurant. If you are single and don't really have anybody, maybe you're just enjoying spending time at home and just looking at this as another day. But overall, it's a great social time for you. Keep an eye definitely financially for you after February 18th, as it could be a very positive time for you and positive financial time for you. Libra. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your 11th house of friendships, groups, and organizations. Now, the only little concern that I would have regarding this full moon is that it will square off with Uranus. Now, Uranus can create disruptions, disagreements, arguments, maybe separation. So it really kind of depends on what's going on. If there have been some disagreements, maybe with someone close to you or, more so a friend, you may actually decide to break away or pull back or pull away. Maybe it's just for a short period of time. If you are involved in any groups or organizations, maybe you decide to leave that group or that organization, maybe because you're moving away, maybe you just don't want to get involved with it anymore. This could also relate to sports, activities, hobbies, but it's a great social time for you, and it's a great time to connect with family and friends. You are a very social sign just in general, so I don't think you'll have any problems connecting with others. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your sixth house of work, service, and health. Now, what I love for you for this new moon is that it's going to bring about 2 weeks of great financial opportunities. This could be through bonuses, commissions, sales, um, additional job opportunities and resources. Maybe you find new sources of income or find new ways of bringing in new sources of income. So you definitely want to keep an eye on the next 2 weeks, as this could be a great time of opportunities for you. Now, Venus will actually be entering your partnership house on February 20th. So this could actually be a great time to compromise, to work out any issues or problems with the partner. Now, the partner could be someone personal or professional. So it doesn't necessarily have to relate to a personal relationship. This could be a client, customer, coworker, a business partner that you will be working with, compromising with, maybe even trying to see how you can connect and work with them. And any issues or problems, you're definitely open to work with them on that. Great social days for you are February 4th, February 8th, and February, I'm going to want to say February 22nd. Now, days that I would say to keep an eye out for work are February 10th, February 15th, and February 16th. But also keep an eye on February 16th and 17th. So those are great days for you when it comes down to career, finances, opportunities that could maybe bring you more money or more opportunities to make more money. Now, if you happen to be wondering for Valentine's Day, this is actually going to be a time where maybe you take a trip with someone close to you. Maybe you meet someone online or through a dating site or dating app. This could also just be a time of communication, maybe expressing to someone how you feel about them. This is also a great time to just let someone know where you're coming from, how you're feeling. And maybe this is just a great time to just clear the air. Scorpio. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your career house. Now, the next 2 weeks could easily bring about a great opportunity for you, maybe for a promotion or advancement. This could also bring about career changes, job changes, or maybe you're looking for a new source of income. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your fourth house, you're in your fifth house of home. Now, one of the things that I do like about this new moon is that this could easily be a very positive time for you when it comes to um, planning for the future, thinking about the future. Now, the fifth house does rule love, children, creative projects. So maybe this is a time of thinking about the future and long term future, whether it's relating to a child, maybe a career venture, a job, a sport, a hobby you're investing into. But this would be in relation that you would be thinking of something about the long term versus short term results. Now, the sun also enters your fifth house on February 18th. So, this could bring about great opportunities for you, for children. Maybe you spend more time with children. Maybe you hear news of a baby on the way. This could also be a great time for you to focus on um, creative projects, writing, producing, whether it's music, movies, a book, videos, or maybe it's just being creative. And this is a great time for you for that. Now, Venus on February 20th, Venus enters your sixth house of work, service, and health. So the next 4 weeks is going to be a great time to receive praise and recognition for your hard work. This is also a great time where you may easily find yourself enjoying spending time with coworkers, clients, customers. The only thing that I would say is that it would be bad for keeping on a diet. So if you are exercising or losing weight, this may not entirely work best for you during this time, as you may find yourself eating fatty foods and sweets. Now, positive days for love, relationships, partnerships will be February 3rd, February 4th, February 8th, February 17th, and February 21st. Positive financial days for you are February 8th, February 10th, and February 16th. So definitely keep an eye on those days. Opportunities maybe to make more money, bring in more financial opportunities for you. If you happen to be wondering about Valentine's Day, um, your focus may be more about finances, budgeting, saving, looking over the finances. Maybe this is just a time to just budget and save for the future. Sagittarius. So the full moon on February 5th will fall in your ninth house of long distance trips, foreign people, and places. The next 2 weeks could bring a time for you to travel long distance, or maybe others from afar come to visit you. This could also be a time for you to study and learn a new topic of interest, or maybe go back to college, or maybe just take classes and courses to further your career. Now, this is also a great time for you to expand your horizons and learn something new. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your fourth house of home. Now, the sun also enters your fourth house of home on February 18th. So, for the new moon, the next 2 weeks could bring a time for you to focus on relocating, renovating, or making changes around the home. This could also bring about a time maybe you sell a home, purchase a home, maybe make investments for the long term regarding the home. For instance, renovations, repairs, maybe even investing in furniture to for your home. Now, Venus enters your fifth house of love, children, and creative projects on February 20th. So the next 4 weeks will bring a time for you to find love or fall in love. Maybe this is a time to spend time with children. It's a very creative time for you. So this might be a great time for you to get involved in music, movies, or other creative projects. Now, positive social days for you are February 8th, February 15th, February 17th, and February 22nd. Now, positive days for finances will be February 8th, February 10th, and February 16th. So definitely keep an eye on those days as opportunities that could bring about more money. Maybe it's just simply a financial transaction that you're going to be doing. If you happen to be wondering about Valentine's Day, actually, the moon will be in your own sign. So, this could actually be a great day of getting recognition, getting attention, or just maybe spending time with those closest to you. Capricorn. So, the full moon on February 5th will fall in your eighth house of joint resources, taxes, credit cards, and loans. Now, the next 2 weeks could bring a great time for you to maybe you're taking care of taxes, credit, loans. Maybe you gain through one of these resources. Now, Uranus does square this full moon, so there could be some unexpected expenses, especially if, let's say, you were not counting on it. Maybe there could be the possibility of a tax refund, but then you have to turn around and use it to pay off some debts, some bills, maybe some repairs. Um, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your third house of short trips, communications, siblings and neighbors. Now, the sun will also enter your third house of short trips and communication on February 18th. So you will have at least the next 2 to 4 weeks where you may take a trip. Maybe it's a short trip nearby. Maybe you take more frequent short trips. This could also be a time for you to um, purchase a vehicle, computer, cell phone, or telephone. Now, this is also a great time to see an increase of communication with family members, friends, maybe even with clients and customers. So, definitely communication will be picking up here these next couple weeks at least. Now, Venus will be entering your fourth house of home on February 20th. So, the next 4 weeks could bring about a time for you to maybe be looking for a new place to live. This could also just be a time for you to purchase home furniture, home accessories, maybe redecorating a room in your home. But this would actually just be a great time to be social around the home, including with the neighbors. Now, positive financial days for you are going to be February 8th, February 10th, and February 17th. Positive social days for you are February 4th, February 8th, February 10th, and February 22nd. Now, if you happen to be wondering about Valentine's Day, it's going to be a time of maybe kind of maybe rather to be at home, maybe being more on your own versus being out there, being social, going out on dates, even if you have someone. It might be maybe just a time to just be more at home than to be out there at public restaurants or being out and about. Maybe there could be the possibility of meeting someone on a blind date, but I kind of feel that you'll just seek more solitude and to be more, like I said, more secluded or at home, or maybe even with your friends, maybe hanging out for the day with your friends. It is a weekday, so this might just be another day for you. Aquarius. So, partnerships and relationships are going to be highlighted for you when the full moon kicks in on February 5th. Now, the next 2 weeks could bring a time for you to connect with someone that could maybe be a long term partner. It doesn't have to be someone personal, it could be a professional partnership. Maybe it's a client or a customer. Now, there could be some disruptions, and these disruptions could create disagreements, arguments, and separations. Now, on a positive, at least it helps to open up communication. Now, the new moon on February 19th will fall in your second house of earned income. This is quite a significant new moon because it connects very well with Venus and Pluto, and there could be great money opportunities for you. If you happen to be looking for a job, maybe even looking for new sources of income, you definitely want to keep an eye the next 2 weeks as a great time of opportunity for you. Now, the sun also enters your second house of earned income on February 18th. So there could be great opportunities for you to make more money. Now, Venus enters your third house of short trips, communication, siblings, and neighbors on February 20th. So there could be an increase of communication with family and friends, but this is also a great time for travels, maybe to visit family and friends. Um, Great social days for you are February 4th, February 8th, and February 15th. Um, I would say expect the unexpected on February 3rd and February 21st. The overall energy of the mood of the month, it's actually going to be more focused with career and finances versus focusing on socializing and connecting with others. Pisces. So it's all about you and your personal wants and needs this month. But let's focus on the full moon on February 5th. Now, the full moon on February 5th will fall in your sixth house of work, service, and health. So the next 2 weeks will bring about a time for you to take care of tedious tasks and projects. Maybe this is a time for you to gain more projects. And this could be also a great time to maybe make even side income. Now, you may also focus on your health and well being by exercising and losing weight, or maybe just starting a new health regimen. Now, the big news is that the new moon on February 18th will fall in your own sign and house. So, the next 2 weeks is all about you and your personal wants and needs. The sun also enters in your own sign and house on February 18th. So, this is actually going to be quite a significant new moon. And I really feel this could easily bring about great opportunities for you. So it's quite a significant new moon as it could be bringing you great financial opportunities. This could also bring you more stability, more security, maybe new sources of income. So you definitely want to keep an eye on that new moon and the 2 weeks, even up to the next 4 weeks after February 19th, as there could be great financial opportunities and maybe even business or financial transactions. Now, Venus enters your second house of earned income on February 20th. So the next 4 weeks could easily bring about a time of more money, more financial opportunities, but you may want to be careful as you may indulge or spend a little carelessly. So be careful with that. Now, positive financial days to keep an eye out for are February 8th, February 10th, February 16th, February 17th, and February 22nd. So those are going to be great opportunities and great days for you that I think will really pay off. That could be very financially beneficial. Now, if you're actually wondering about Valentine's Day, your career and job are going to be highlighted. So you may not really be putting too much effort or energy into love and romance versus focusing more on career and finances. So this just could be maybe for you, it's just another day, it's a work day. Maybe you don't really care so much about Valentine's Day itself, and maybe just busier, just focusing on making money or building new sources of income than love and romance.